TIFU by not inviting a friend to my wedding. TIFU, I'm 36F. Having a small Cancun destination wedding this summer and got a text today from a once very close friend letting me know she found out about my wedding from another friend and asking if I was ever going to tell her she wasn't invited. I debated extensively about inviting her or not, but ultimately decided not to because of her trouble with alcoholism for the past 15 plus years. She's caused quite a lot of chaos in her life and of those around her due to her drinking, and I have never been direct with my opinions to her that she needs to get some help. We hadn't been in touch very much as of the past 6 months or so, so I figured it wasn't a big deal to not tell her and assumed she wouldn't care too much. Boy, was I wrong, and now I feel like a major jerk. TLDR. I didn't invite a friend I have known for decades to my wedding, and she found out about it from someone else before I talked to her about it. Why not tell the truth? While you are a dear and old friend, your drinking has become a problem, and I don't need problems at my wedding. She's already pissed at you, so might as well open the can of worms, otherwise they will speculate in a way that will make you out to be the bad guy, and likely spread that to others in your circle of friends. And it's the least you can do after not inviting her, assuming you're close enough friend for her to be invited. The last thing you want is for her to hear the reason from someone else after finding about the wedding from someone else. If she can't handle the truth, then she's probably not worth keeping around. But if she's a true friend, she should take what you have to say to heart. Expect her to still be upset at the situation, but the relationship should be salvageable. I recently had one of my former bridesmaids have a destination wedding in Cabo. I didn't get an invitation, so I just had normal excited conversations about what they were planning and wished them well. This is how normal people deal with not being invited to a friend's wedding. It's their choice and money. Enjoy it how and with who ya want. Better than TIFU by inviting a train wreck to my wedding who ruined it. We have been friends for a long time. I love you and care about you, and as much as I want you there with me, your drinking upsets me. I worry about it, and I know that if you were there I would only worry about you and not focus on the day. I know this must be very hurtful and difficult to hear, and I'm so sorry. I debated telling you, but I was afraid of hurting you, though you are likely more hurt having not heard it from me first. I hope you understand that this wasn't a decision I made lightly, and this doesn't impact our friendship, though I know it likely will. I would love to meet up before, after the wedding, and maybe we can talk about everything then. Or something to that effect. I was a guest at a destination wedding last year, and the one guest who was an alcoholic was chaos and wreaked havoc everywhere they went. At one point, even I had to intervene when they stuck their fingers in cocktails that waiting for everyone at the reception. You had to make a difficult decision. But you are not the jerk. Alcoholism is the jerk. I hope you are in a place where you can have that honest conversation with your friend. I suppose she thought she was a better friend than she actually was. If someone I knew didn't invite me to their wedding, I would assume they have their own reasons, and go about my day. Did you tell her why you didn't invite her? I didn't invite 2 of my close friends to my wedding. I'm broke and couldn't afford to pay for their dinners. They are also broke, and I didn't want to throw a $75 meal on their end. Unfortunately, I forgot to tell them I was getting married because I'm busy ramping up my business. They understood and still talk to me today. If your friend wants to be like that, I'd suggest moving on and finding someone else to hang out with. You live for yourself, not for others. Remember, it's your wedding and you're entitled to have whatever day you want without guilt. A true friend should support that. As for her reaction, it's all a defense mechanism. Much easier to focus on you being a bad friend than the reason why she's not invited. Don't let her guilt you about your decision. I lost a friend a year ago to alcoholism. She was only in her 30s. She'd always been a heavy drinker in the 15 years I knew her. We'd have to look after her while she was aggressive and difficult to be around when drinking. She pushed everyone away and never took accountability. I lost touch with her during lockdown as I was dealing with mental health issues and a herniated disc. When I found out she'd had a stroke, I got back in touch to a barrage of accusations that I was a bad friend. I had to be blunt with her. Told her I cared, but I couldn't handle her drinking with my own problems. She refused to give up drinking still and died a few months later. I had a lot of guilt for not being whatever she considered a good friend to be, for not being able to convince her to stop. But end of the day, we have to also look out for ourselves. If people aren't willing to help themselves and continue to hurt those around them, you're not obligated to accept that. Enjoy your wedding and take comfort in the fact you may have planted a seed for her to mull over and make changes. If not, then that is her choice. And asking if I was ever going to tell her she wasn't invited. When was I going to be told I'm not invited? I agree with what a lot of people said. You should definitely tell your friend about what their actions are doing. 'Cause I'm sure it's not just you, but they are probably destroying their other friendships and other relationships as well. Maybe this is a good time to tell them. Honestly, I feel like I wouldn't want someone like you as a friend. I feel like friends are supposed to be honest with each other even if you want to hear it. That's what a good friend does. If my actions hurt you or other people around me, then yeah, I'd want to hear. Have you ever wondered why your friend has an addiction to alcohol? Is there some deeper issue? If you have known this person for decades, why are you hesitant to tell them the truth? Maybe they had something happen that triggered them to become an alcoholic. I don't think people just wake up and think, alcohol is so delicious, let me drink it all day, every day. Like that's not normal. Maybe mental illnesses or depression? Talk to this friend. If they don't want the help, then you can't force them. But you should be honest about your feelings and why you didn't invite them. Also, I highly think this is a conversation to be held in person. Wait, so, in addition to planning and preparing for your wedding, you're also supposed to tell the people you're not inviting that you're not inviting them? Woot? She's barely spoken to you in the past half a year. If she'd been in contact more often, perhaps she'd have known. Friendship's a two-way street. No? You know her well enough not to want her to embarrass herself at your function. It's really that simple. Don't take her anger to heart. She's now aware of how you feel about the drinking. At best, it'll be a catalyst for change. At worst, she stays a mean drunk, but you've avoided unnecessary drama. Does your friend have a twin?
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.